Traders, good afternoon and welcome to the altcoin season. My name is Gary Fickard, known to many as the FxBigDog. And for those that are following me on my Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and all that good stuff, then just search the name FxBigDog and you will find me. Traders, we're going to talk about altcoins. We didn't get the pump that we were looking for over December. So the question here is, what is the market doing? Where's it set up technically? So we can go ahead and look for opportunities. So let's go ahead and take a quick short break. We'll be back right after this, and we'll talk about cryptos. All right, traders, welcome back. And yes, we're talking about cryptos today and exactly what that means, because at the end of the day, it comes back down to what is the markets doing? Why are we not seeing the pump that we were expecting over the December period? In fact, we actually saw some downside move over December, where in the past, we've actually seen some upside move in the crypto market. Didn't happen this December. We're talking about it. There was a lot of hype in November, expecting something to happen in December, and it never did. So what's going on with the market? Why are we not seeing the pump? Well, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the technical setups. We're going to have some sort of information that Cam's going to bring to the table as well. But we're definitely going to look at the technicals. What is the technical setups? Because we can see very quickly from the technicals whether the market's just range bound and it's just waiting for that next move. And also, if it's range bound, are we sitting in a fourth wave structure? That means that we're looking for that fifth wave move. And if it is, that fifth wave move might just be a short move to the upside before we start seeing another tumble in the crypto market. So let's go ahead and dig into all of that right now. Now I'm going to go ahead and bring in Cameron into the room, and let's go ahead and talk crypto. Cameron, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. And yourself?
I'm doing good, but the markets aren't doing that great. I mean, we're not seeing a lot of movement out of the crypto market. We expected that over December. It never happened. I know that we were talking in December, specifically about all of these gaming coins like Gala, like Decentraland, and we didn't get the pump that we were expecting, right? I mean, I know you and I spoke earlier on, and we haven't really heard any news coming across the board that's really pushing, driving things. But I think the ball's still moving forward, right?
Yeah, like I said, most of these gaming coins have some updates that come up and they have a nice little pump, but then they always would retrace back down. But yeah, there's always gonna be big updates coming up as this year goes on. But the gaming, like I said, is just in the beginning phase, so there's so much room to grow through this year, and we're just in the start of this year. So the gaming industry is really gonna take off this year. I really believe that.
Yeah, and it's going to take maybe a couple of months before things really lock and load, and then start seeing some pumps. But I mean, we can always go back to the technicals, and I'm going to bring up a chart here, Cameron, and take a look at the setup right here, and we can see that in the last 7 days, as we went over the New Year period, we noticed that Sandbox. That's another one that we spoke about. Sandbox is down 15%. We've got Decentraland as well. Also, they're down 15%. And then further down south right here, we also have Gala right here that's down 12% on the 7 days. So over the last 7 days, we've definitely seen a downside move. The last 24 hours, Gala's been down 1.3%. And then both Sandbox and, actually Decentraland's been up, but Sandbox has been down about 0.5% for the day. So not a big move on the day, but we are starting to see some of the other old coins, like Polygon is up around about 1.2% for the day. We got Tether that's up 3.8%. We've got Solana up 0.7%. In fact, if we go to the last 24 hours, we'll see that there are some bigger moves. We got Osmo that's up 10%. We got Atom that is up 11%. That's Cosmos, and then we've got also Phantom up 10% as well. So we've got some bigger movers year. Compound also up 9.5%. Chainlink. I'm not sure if that's the one that you didn't like. Was it Chainlink or Cardano?
No,
You didn't like
it was Cardano.
Cardano. So Cardano's, I don't know what Cardano's at right now, but yeah, Chainlink's up around 7 points. So we are getting some of the coins starting to move. So I think the best thing for us here, Cam, is let's just go ahead and jump in. And I know we're going to talk about a couple of coins over here, but let's just take a quick look at Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is the godfather of all coins, and it's certainly going to be the one that's going to drive the market in a direction, right? I mean, you agree?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yep, absolutely. So if we look over here, we notice that we do have in Bitcoin here, we do have this wave structure in play right here. And the market has still not taken out that low. They're around about 39,900. So we're staying above that. And we did mention that if we see the break below 40,000, that we could see Bitcoin dropping back down to around about 30,000 and change. It never happened. We never got that drop back down south. So, fortunately, with us keeping at those levels, the one thing I also noticed as well is that we did see a somewhat sort of divergence here. And I'm going to go ahead and point it out right here. If you notice, Cameron, we had a flat right here. We had a little bit of spike here, but we do see that the oscillator is starting to move up. So with a flat right here, we're expecting price to hold at that support and start rallying. Now, that could be a rally to the top of the range, and we could still be range bound over this midterm period. But the long term outlook for Bitcoin is still up, right? We're still looking for a Bitcoin rally, and we're looking for Bitcoin to go all the way up to, and we're going to keep that number because it's still in hold. The structure is still holding, and we're looking for Bitcoin still to go to that 76,000 level. Now, we had this conversation earlier on. With Bitcoin going up to that 76,000 level, we do see this as a fifth wave move. Now, if Bitcoin extends itself past that level and goes up to, I believe it was 80,000, yep, 86,000, then we might be in for another rally, another short-term dip, and then another rally to 100,000. So it's going to be important for us to look at and see exactly what Bitcoin does over the next few months. And if we're able to get to that 86 level, if we are able to get to 86 level, then we could see some further rallies and some further upside moves in most of the altcoins. So if Bitcoin is moving, Cam, if Bitcoin is moving, right, what are we going to see? What are we seeing on the other side of the coin right here? Robert, how you doing, buddy? And by the way, Robert, thank you for your email. I did get your email regarding the Swiss JPY. I'll go ahead and send you some information on the Swiss JPY. And so we did see. Let's go take a look over here at and I'm going to go to this setup right here. Let's go take a look at the last 7. I'm going to go to the last 7 days, and I'm going to pull up. Let's go back to Sandbox, and let's take a look at Sand right here, and see what Sand's doing.
Yeah.
I've got Decentraland right here, but I've got Sand. There it is. Let's take a look and see what it is doing right here. I've got the daily time frame set up right here. And if you look at the daily time frame camera right here, right, we can see that we've got a nice little rally. The
Mm-hmm.
market dropped back down, created a support level. Then we had another rally that went through the 1.618, another strong rally. But notice the 1.618, Cameron. Notice how that 1.618 right here is pretty much holding as support level, right?
Yeah.
And
And
so,
sorry,
yeah,
I believe we're going to see a little consolidation because right as that sell off is when the beta for the sandbox, like we were talking a couple of weeks ago, they had that beta where everyone that had the beta pass could go in and play
okay.
the short version, which is like the beta version of Sandbox. So we had some people playing some Sandbox, and then people were selling their beta pass as the end of the beta was coming. So you can probably see there's a little sell off as people were selling their beta pass, and now the beta is over. So there will be there is no any more updates on Sandbox as of what they're going to do now, but there obviously will be a lot of updates coming up. So right
That's
now
interesting.
the beta is over. So I believe we're gonna see a little consolidation as more updates come and as they get more people to buy some and purchase some sand tokens.
Now that's real interesting, and I'll tell you why. Is because if you actually look at it, and I always believe that the technicals rule over fundamentals, right? And even though we need hype, we need fundamentals to drive markets and get us to our targets and so on. If you take a look over here on this particular setup right here, we'll notice that we actually did from about the 15th of December. We did have that rally. Now that could be that beta pass that you were talking about right here, and then we had a little sell off right here between Christmas and New Year. But if you look at this right here, this is actually setting up as a wave going up right here. So we're actually setting up with a wave that's telling us that we're in a correction move right here, but we're looking for this to take off. So Sandbox might still be a good option for a buy right now as we hold at the support. If I draw a line from that there and I draw it across, we can see that we've got a bit of support coming off those lows right here. And so again, we could see Sandbox going to around about $8.45 in a very short period of time. So I think that just as you mentioned right here that although we're getting a little bit of a slowdown in the news based on gaming, it's still in the process, and they're busy doing what they said they were going to do. And we did speak, and you did speak about it, that in 2022, early 2022, we should start seeing the gaming industry really start taking off. And I'm starting to see it already setting up on the technicals right here, which means that we should be getting pretty excited about a possible rally on this particular setup. So this is good and solid. I like this. I like this a lot. But you know what? Let's not just stop there. Let's go to Mana, which is Decentraland. And let's take a look at this right here. Look at the same thing here on Mana. We've got, of course, support over here. We had this little wedge. It broke out of that wedge. Take a look there. We broke out of the wedge, came back to retest it. We should be looking for Mana to take off as well. It's just a matter of time. You see, in a camera, a lot of traders get very impatient because they don't understand what the market is telling them. But if they look at the technicals are telling us what the story is and what the situation is regarding how the market's going to take, how the market's going to react. And so, looking at this, if we do have what you say you're going to have, and this is a big influx of gamers coming in and the new things happening in the gaming space when it comes to NFTs and all the other good stuff, then we certainly will be seeing some rally on this. And it looks like we're in you get the quiet before the storm. Was it the storm before the quiet? I don't know. I think it's
Calm before the
the
storm.
calm,
Yeah, calm
the
before the
calm
storm.
before the storm, right? So we get the calm before the storm. And if you're getting the calm before the storm, this is what's happening right now. We're getting that the market's calming down right now. All right. Nothing really big taking place at the moment right now, but things are brewing. The storm is busy brewing, and this is what's going to happen. We're going to start seeing this take off. Now let's take a look at another one. Let's go to Gala and take a look at Gala because that was another one that we spoke about. Let me see here if I've got it listed. I think I saw, there it is. Yep. So Gala's, look at that. Gala's at another support level right there as well. So
Mhm.
Gala's at support, Mana's at support. We've got a Sandbox at support. All of them looking at a place to go ahead and rally. Even if, Cameron, let's just say, even if it goes up 20, 30%, right, and doesn't take off and, we still don't see a big pump out of the market. Still, 20, 15% is not a bad deal when you're looking at some short-term profits.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
absolutely.
Now you spoke about in our break. You were talking about a couple of things that we might want to go ahead and pay attention to, right? What are those coins called that you spoke about?
Uh,
X Ace.
I thought you were talking about Gala. Yeah, Ace. I believe it's pronounced accent. That
Okay.
is a coin that I see a lot of big name traders on Twitter tweeting about, and the reason why is if you like a risky coin for some big gains, this is a coin that is looking at a good setup to buy right now.
Okay.
Um,
And I would pronounce it as a cent because it's a cent, but you say accent. I,
yeah, yeah, accent.
I, I,
'Cause that's like a real word.
All right, so we're gonna look at that chart right here and take a look at and maybe Cameron, maybe actually I want to go ahead and share your screen, share your chart, and you tell me what are you thinking when you're looking at this right now.
Yeah, well, it's really simple. You can see that the market is sitting at support right now, and the reason why I say it's so risky because a lot of big traders were tweeting about this, and everyone knows this coin is very volatile, so it does have a huge pump to it. So right now, this is a big opportunity. That's why a lot of people are talking about it because it's setting up at a really good opportunity right now to buy because it's sitting at support right here, and this is a good chance to get in now and wait for this thing to pump.
Okay. And so, I mean, if you look at that, if you look at that support level and where the market rallied up to, that's about 100% increase in value. So there is definitely some upside potential if it does go to that level, back up to that level. But again, I mean, if we go back to, and I'm going to go ahead and show my chart here. But if you look over here, and take a look at the support that Cameron just mentioned here. This is the support that we're at right now. Even if the market goes ahead and bumps up towards this level right here, we're looking at, look at the percentage gain here. We're looking at 300, just up to this one, 382% right here. I said 100%, sorry, I was wrong. That's a 382% gain right here. If it goes back up to the highs up here, that's 1,678. Listen here, you throw $100 at this right here, and even if you forget about it in over the next few months, you could potentially, if this thing takes off, you could potentially make a huge amount of profit on this coin just by throwing money at it and saying, "Hey, let's see what happens." And these are the type of things that me and Cameron we ultimately look for, right? We look for these type of setups because it's these that really build up your portfolio really quickly. Putting very low risk. These are the things that we call low risk, high return type things, where you put $100 at it and you're making 16, 1700% on that particular coin. That's a huge gain from just $100 investment. So this is it right here. It's called Ace, which is actually Ascent. I'm going to say Ascent. It's A, and then it's CENT. Ascent right here. That's Ace. Check that out. That might be something worth taking a look at. Now, yeah, if you're in the US, I believe you can actually own that coin by or hold that coin in Coin Wallet. Coinbase doesn't do it, but Coin Wallet does. If you want to look to hold that coin and go ahead and invest in that. Another one, Kim, what else do we speak about? We spoke about something else as well.
Yes,
Ripple,
XRP, yeah, Ripple. There's just been a lot of talks about XRP. Um, um,
right.
taking off this year. A lot of people are really jumping on that on that bandwagon on XRP this year.
All right, and I've got Ripple against the dollar here, but let me pull it. Sorry, against Bitcoin. Let me go Ripple against the dollar here. There we go. All right, so this is Ripple against the dollar, right? And so, I get it. If you look over here at the wave structure right here, and again, everything comes back down to technicals, right? When is the best place to go ahead and invest in into anything? Whether it's trading stocks, whether it's trading currencies, whether it's trading cryptos, what's the best thing that you need to do in order to be able to profit the most? Is buy at a low and sell at a high. That's obviously the best option, right? Buy low, sell high. Now, in this case right here, if you take a look at the wave structure that we have right here, we do have a wave 1, 2, 3 up here. We're looking at a fifth wave up here around about, looks like $1.60 or just below it, $1.60 right here. And so price is trading at 83 cents. 83 cents. Now, if we're going to see a pump, and I believe there was something being tweeted out with Elon Musk as well regarding this, right, Cam? We don't know. I don't know the details, but something was tweeted out.
Yeah, it was a few days ago. I saw something about Elon Musk. It was just a tweet because I guess he just mentioned about XRP in some some interview or something. So just him talking about it just brings a lot of hype.
Yep, it created this little rally that we're seeing right here. Now we've had a correction move. So this is good because corrections are opportunities to get in, especially if you've got your long-term outlook. So the long-term outlook on this is that we're expecting price to go to 160, $1.60. Now that'll be about 100% in net profits right here based on this move from 83 cents down to 180 or 160. So we're looking at this right here. If we look at a possibility of buying in here, getting leveling in right here, and start building up your position, there's a lot of reasons that we have to believe that XRP might be a good investment because of this reason right here. Number one, we have a third wave. This is the wave one. We have a third wave up here at the top. This is a fourth wave correction right here. This retested wave one, which is pretty solid. And so this is a low. Remember we said buy low, sell high? This is a low right here. So we're buying low and we look for price to go up to the top right here. Again, a solid investment. A lot of talk about this, and maybe I'm not sure, but maybe Coinbase even accepts back on the exchange. So we might have Coinbase accepting Ripple once again because we know it has been taken off here in the US. So this might be an option. It might be coming back again. We'll have to wait and see. Clearly, there's obviously be some legal actions and legal stuff that's been going on. We'll have to see how that plays out over the course of the next couple of weeks. But here we go. Ripple seems to be a good place right here to start looking for a nice little rally to the upside. So let's go ahead and sum it up right here. And again, Cameron, this is not just on these coins we're talking about. We're talking about across the board. If you look at most of the coins, we've had some rally in some of the coins, but most of the coins have actually gone ahead and dropped, right? We've seen some downside dips in most of the coins. And if we've seen most of the coins dipping down, Cameron, that means that the opportunities are big on pretty much everything, right? Would you agree?
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So which means that right now is not a time where we should start looking to get out of cryptos, but more to invest back into cryptos because we're at such very low levels. In fact, there's a lot of cheap options or cheap trading options to get in. All you have to do is do the research. Now, if you ask me, Gary, how do I do that? How do I get into coins that have been valued the least so I can get in at cheap prices? Well, firstly, number one, there's a couple of things that we've mentioned here in the show already. Secondly, you can go to coingecko.com and go ahead and look at the last 7 days and look at the breakdown. All right. See what coins have been devalued the most over the last 7 days. And then go ahead and look at those coins and start looking to, you could go ahead and technically look for a setup or simply go ahead and start what we call a cost averaging, dollar cost averaging approach, where you go ahead and enter the market with a certain levels. You enter the market at certain levels, and then when the market takes off, you've built up your position. So basically, you invest in, you say to yourself, hey, I've got $1,000 I want to invest in this in the crypto market. You find a coin, you go ahead and say, all right, I'm going to start with 250, then I'm going to throw another 250 at it. If it goes a little lower, I'm going to keep throwing in to a point where you've maxed out your $1,000 that you invest in that coin, and now you sit back and let the market do what it needs to do. And we're at a good spot right now. This is the best place right now for 2022 for investors to get in the crypto market right now because you're getting it at a cheap rate. So traders, with that being said, good luck with your trading. Cameron, thanks for coming on. Thanks for sharing us with some information about the what the markets are doing right now. We're certainly going to do a little bit more research. We've taken a break over the December between Christmas and New Year. We're going to get back into it again. We're going to bring some more information about the crypto market and things that are happening, talk that's happening. Cameron's going to do his research in the Discord channels, Twitter, all the sort of communities that he's involved in. He's going to bring some information down. We actually invested. We invested in some NFTs as well, right, Cameron?
Yeah, we have a couple.
We have a couple, right? We have a couple of NFTs ourselves. We're going to be talking about that as well in the show. So we'll be back again on Thursday, and we'll go ahead and give you guys an update of what we did in December and bring you guys an update as to what we're going to be doing here in 2022 as you start the new year. Traders, welcome to the Ultra Show, and of course, Happy New Year, and we're looking forward to 2022. Join us as we go through 2022. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Click the subscribe button. Smash the like button. Let's get this video out to as many traders as possible. We want to get this community growing as we continue looking at opportunities here in the crypto market. With that being said, and with Cameron, thank you very much for your support. We'll see you guys in the next video. This is FxBigDog signing off.